Bro, you were born in 2010. You were 7 years old when it was 2017. What do you know about 2017? Nostalgia, one of the most popular emotions Gen Z has found a way to fantasize. If you don't know what nostalgia is, why you are even on YouTube, you have bigger fish to fry. Like nostalgia, the feeling of missing the past, like thinking about the past and be like, damn, I kind of, the good old days. That's nostalgia in a nutshell, the good old days. But something came across my mind recently, which is there's a nostalgia epidemic. It didn't even come across my mind. Something happened and it prompted this whole video. I've realized that nostalgia is you missing your past, right? Things that you've experienced and then you re-encounter them again and they kind of trigger some memory. You're like, oh my God, I miss candies or Big Macs, whatever you want to go with. And it was like, it's so great because like nostalgia is a great thing. I'm not gonna fucking lie, like I don't like it. Like I like to be nostalgic every now and then. But I realized there's an epidemic of people being nostalgic over times they were not there. And I want you guys to look at this post right now, right? Notice how you didn't read what I kept there and they just proceeded with the video. Like, that's betrayal. The whole gist of whatever that post was, it was a girl that was talking about how lustful men are now, and like she's so tired of men today and she wants like a different kind of love, like 80s kind of love. She doesn't like the hookup culture that is now, and she wants the 80s type of love. Remember, specifically 80s type of love where it's boombox outside, long drives, holding hands in public, and writing letters, and a whole lot. My main problem with this post is, do people not hold hands anymore? Shit. Like I forgot I was like half naked. Are people not holding hands anymore? Is that something that do not happen in relationships? He had the audacity to write no social media. You can do that now. It doesn't need to be in the 80s for that to be a thing. Box outside of that. People, listen, all this she listed can still be done in real life today. My main gripe with the whole post is this girl is 18 years old, right? She doesn't have a single idea of what 80s love is because none of us was there in the 80s. You watching this probably wasn't there in the 80s. I wasn't there in the 80s. She fucking hell wasn't there in the 80s. So what the fuck does she know about 80s love? I don't know. All the freakiest people I've ever met were in the 80s. I mean, look at the majority of PDF files. They're the 80s people. And if they're not lustful, I don't know who isn't lustful. But that's the problem. Like, that's my problem with the whole video. It just shed light on those things. It's like, you'll see somebody being like, 2016, 2017 was peak, bro. It was peak. Bro, you were born in 2010. You were 7 years old when it was 2017. What do you know about 2017? It's like when people are like, I miss the old hip hop. You're 18 years old, Charlie. You don't know Tupac. You weren't there. You don't know what the good old days of hip hop was. You don't know. You weren't there. You're like, oh my God, I'm so nostalgic. How are you nostalgic about? It's the same as me being like, I miss the times that like men used to go to war. I wasn't there when men used to go to war. You weren't there when men used to go to war. So what is happening? Someone, you know what? Okay, that's not even nostalgia, come to think of it. But you get the rant I'm on right now. But it's like, how can you be nostalgic over a time period that you weren't even like conscious of. And it's always been like the 2017 one. That's the one that has always gotten me. It's like, damn, I missed 2017. You were 5 years old when it was 2017. You don't know shit about 2017. People were feeling miserable in 2017, man. It's like, damn. Being like, I'm so nostalgic over this piece of media, and they weren't born when that piece of media was like around. It's like, we are just being nostalgic over anything now. And a lot of people kind of base their opinions on it, and they haven't like kind of, I'm having an idea, and I'm like, I'm trying to conceptualize it. LARP. They are LARPing the nostalgia, and that is it. That's the whole theme. You can end the video right now. You can click off. I figured it out. You're LARPing on the nostalgia. Like, damn, you weren't there 2017. You didn't know what 2017. It's like, people are like, do you know what prime Michael Jackson was? You didn't know what prime Michael Jackson was. You were 18. You are 18 right now. You don't know what prime Michael Jackson was. I wasn't there. You weren't there. We were all not there. Okay, listen, I was born probably at that time, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what it was like when he was alive. You don't know, so why you be like, prime Michael Jackson, man, those were the times. Those were not the times. Those were the time for like your mother or your father or your grandpappy or some shit. It sure wasn't the time for you. It wasn't the time for me either. So why would I be like, I miss the old days where it was just Michael Jackson and Prince? I wasn't there. You weren't there either. So why are you saying it? Damn. And you know what? I might as well just include it. And the people, they're like, I am tired of love, or I'm done with relationships. Charles, your heart got broken by one girl. Women aren't the most horrible thing on earth. Who taught you that? It's like, people get one heartbreak and they start being like, I'm tired of love. What do you mean you're tired of love? Like, people are like, I'm so done with relationships. You're 18. How many relationships have you actually been through to have been like, I'm tired of relationships? You know what? It's kind of like me not owning a car, right? And then I'm just like, I'm tired of driving. Better yet, me being like, you know what? I hate like 6-hour surgeries, man. I hate them. I've never had a surgery in my life. Notice how that doesn't make sense? So you being nostalgic over a time period that you weren't there, and it's just like, damn, man. Damn. So yeah, there's a nostalgia epidemic. Everybody's nostalgic. They're like, I'm so nostalgic over the time that music used to be good, man. Back when hip-hop was popping, when everything was jamming, when Cartoon Network was dropping new shows every now and then. You're 14, bro. You can't be nostalgic about it. Maybe you wish you were there during that time, but you can't be nostalgic about it. Because you're 14, Timmy. You weren't there to be nostalgic about it. You have to have been there to experience it, to miss it, to want to be in that period, to be nostalgic about it. But you don't know. You've not been there. You probably saw a few TikToks of people talking about, back then what Cartoon Network was about, what hip hop was about. You were like 3 or 4 years old when all of that was happening. You didn't know shit. You can't be nostalgic about it. Okay? What you're doing is you're wishing to have been there. I wish I was there. We have to find a word about it. Like, we have to find a word for it. Like, I wish I was there. Like, I wish I was there. I think I'ma call it that's my cue. Anyways, you guys comment what you think it should be called and fix your postures. You're way too hunched over. Holy shit, I'm sweating.
1-800-FREEDOM. You have been activated, Butterfly.
Black Sunrise, 77. Echo trigger now, 11. Silent key turn, 35. Butterfly.
77. Echo trigger now.
Reality is optional.